Welcome to Los Angeles. We're here in the epicenter of Hollywood. This is Sunset Plaza, Sunset Boulevard right there. This is a land full of models and actors and fancy restaurants. This is where the beautiful people hang out. So we're going to show you...
excuse me, sir.
Yeah? Can I help you?
I kind of overheard what you were saying. This is in fact just for beautiful people. So you've got to be Emmy nominated. You've got to be on a cover of a magazine, several.
Okay.
To fit the criteria, and I'm afraid you're going to have to leave. This is just beautiful people only.
Right.
Like, look at me. This. I think you should go away.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
I'm Phil Gaimon. When I was a pro cyclist, I would travel to some of the most beautiful places on Earth and then race right past it and have dinner at the hotel. Now that I'm retired, I'm going back to do it right. But I still love to suffer, so I'm training hard and staying fit. This is worst retirement ever.
Now, fortunately, for us regular-looking people, there's lots of ways to get out of the city, right in the city, and explore beautiful hills, perfect weather, and have all kinds of adventures. That's what we're going to do today. Welcome to my home. What we're doing here, I've been doing these videos for Veloguide. Now, normally I travel somewhere and I meet a Veloguide and they show me around. Today it's the opposite. Today I'm showing you around. Today we're in my hometown, well, my adopted hometown. We're in Los Angeles, and I'm going to be your Veloguide. I've got a nice little group. Veloguide put together a crew for me, including Joel here, who's the boss of Veloguide, looking good, and then a local Veloguide, Paula.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you. Also camera person. She can do it all. So we've got a little geography here first. This way, this is the San Fernando Valley, or as we call it here, the Valley. Down there is Ventura Boulevard. Straight ahead of me, that's the ocean is that way. And that's at the bottom of that is Sunset Boulevard. So down here in the valley is where the riffraff live. And up here on top of the ridge is the most beautiful road in the world, Mulholland Drive. You've seen it in every car commercial, every movie, every TV show. They might pretend they're in Philadelphia. They're on Mulholland Drive. And you'll see why. It's just this twisty, windy thing. So you've got crazy city over there, and in between, there's Mulholland at the top, and just this series of beautiful, sneaky climbs, which is why I live here and why I'm not leaving. The other thing it has so this side on the valley, like I said, this is for the riffraff. This is where they film the porn. This is where the YouTubers and professional cyclists live. That side is where the fancy people live. That side is Beverly Hills, Hollywood. Bel Air is over that way, Santa Monica. So, and when you ride here, I always deal with these really obnoxious tour buses. So people come in and they load up in buses for $8 each, and they come up here and they park in the bike lane. I have to yell at them. They know me by now, but I have to yell at them for parking in the bike lane, and they just point out like, this is where so-and-so lives. This is where so-and-so. So from going past them, I've learned a lot of the celebrity homes, and I thought it'd be a fun Veloguide ride to show you those spots today. And if I get anything wrong, take it up the tour buses. They're the ones who are wrong. I'm just listening, and I'm a parrot here. But let's check out some nice spots here and show these guys around. All right, my first stop on the celebrity home tour is Quentin Tarantino, right up there. So it's the top of Nichols Canyon. It's real high up. He's got a nice view, and you know what? He earned it. Now, Timberlake's house is somewhere down here. But I don't know which one, so that's not on the tour. Sorry. But nobody cares. Why would you care? Why does anybody care? And just a little further down Mulholland is Jack Nicholson's house, which you can't really see, which, I wouldn't want you to see my house if I was Jack Nicholson. And it says trespassers will be prosecuted. So we're going to stay over here so as to not get shot. But Nicholson's here, and then back in the day, Brando lived right down the street, and I guess they would like hang out and stuff. It says armed response. Y'all need to get out of my yard. Here we have, deep in Bel Air up the hill, is the Clint Eastwood residence. They're building something else across the street. It's gonna mess up his view, he's pissed. But he'll have a nice view anyway. Here we have Jennifer Aniston's gate. I assume there's a house back there. Maybe she's camping. Maybe she just has the land and she sits there. No, there's a house. There's a house. But it's mostly a nice hedge. You know, she wants her privacy so people like us can't harass her. So we're not gonna. Yeah. All right, now we're not in Tennessee at all or Graceland at all, but Elvis did once live here. You can tell the fancy houses by the no parking signs, because they don't want the tour buses or the annoying cyclists hanging out. Now a little blast from the past. Got Lucille Ball's house. Obviously she's no longer there. And used to be back then Jack Benny lived next door, and apparently they would hang out and visit. Cars pass. Lucille Ball was known to hand out candy on Halloween every year from that door right there. This street has this canopy that I freaking love. It just kills me every time. One of the prettiest streets in LA here, easy. We're on Rexford, so this is still down the street from Lucille Ball. Then just down the street from I Love Lucy is I Also Love Diane Keaton, which wasn't a show, but it could have been. So Diane Keaton's house was actually built by Betty Grable, not like by her actual hands, but Betty Grable owned it, and then Madonna owned it at one point, and then it landed with Diane Keaton, who preserved it for for history. It's 7 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. There is a pool back there, so you know she could have her friends over and stuff. Once you get down the hill a little bit, you're in Beverly Hills, but instead of the roads being tight and narrow, they're wide and luxurious. Very peaceful and quiet in here still, other than the occasional fancy car. Thank you, sir. Now, according to a creepy site I found on the internet with celebrity home addresses, this right here is Springsteen's house. Which, don't get me wrong, this is a lovely house, but I'm not buying it for Springsteen. Like, he left his garage door open. I mean, obviously he's from New Jersey. Maybe he just stuck to his roots and he found like the cheapest house in Beverly Hills, you know, because he's an everyman, like I said. Or there's like a giant back house, like over the top of it, there could be a back house. Now I have Born to Run in my head. Sorry, New Jersey. So here, another dead end road in Beverly Hills is Jay Leno's house. I was surprised to find that he lives here because I know his whole warehouse garage deal is in Burbank near my neighborhood. I see Jay Leno often driving like a weird steam car at 6 miles an hour and traffic stuck behind him, and he's waving and smiling, and it's freaking adorable. But he's got a long commute to there, but I guess if you love driving, that's all right. So this is Jay Leno's. All the gates make me, it's funny going from all the present celebrity houses to then Lucille Ball's, where she doesn't have a big hedge. She was ready to come out and wave at you almost. It was a different time. Now they're all scared of people like us being creepy, and that's valid. So, sorry. And just a few minutes from Jay Leno's house, you coast down, and you're in Beverly Hills proper, with all the Rodeo Drive mess. Right turn. Right turn.
Right turn. That was funny. Do more of that.
All right, you guys, welcome to Bel Air, for the people where Beverly Hills isn't expensive enough. This is where you got to go. No, Will Smith, ironically, is in Calabasas. I think it would be too on the nose for him to live in Bel Air, even though he kind of is in the category. But Calabasas is real nice too. So Bel Air twists kind of up above the Sunset Boulevard and Beverly Hills area. With these are probably the most expensive on average. These houses are silly. They make the ones in Beverly Hills look kind of boring. But the road's beautiful, real nice landscaping. You know, you can't argue with the lifestyle up here. This little narrow tree-lined. I just love streets like this. This makes me really happy.
It even smells good.
It's perfume, actually. You smell. It's not the flowers, yeah.
They perfume.
Well, and they watered the flowers with Perrier.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Much appreciated.
As you can see, Bel Air has some hills and some hairpins. And now once you cross Sunset Boulevard into Beverly Hills, you arrive at one of the worst intersections known to man. Here we are, middle of Beverly Hills.
Fucking Keanu, man.
Was that Keanu?
Keanu.
We might have just seen Keanu Reeves, but who cares? Sorry, the camera was off. I don't know where he lives. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6-way intersection. It used to be a roundabout, as you can see. But somebody got mad, so took out the roundabout. Now it's just a complete free-for-all. Okay, go. We're going. Let's go. Hey, guys. See? That way. We made it. Survived. Now I know cookies are my thing, but we're in Beverly Hills, so we're going to Sprinkles Cupcakes. You got to do it right over here. Now Sprinkles is famous for having the cupcake ATM machine, but we did go inside. But you could full on do that, I think 24 hours a day if you have like an emergency cupcake need. All right, what did you guys all get?
Salted caramel.
Salted caramel.
Salted caramel.
And how is it?
I got the best cupcake in the place.
The best cupcake. Is that what she said?
Chocolate peanut butter.
Chocolate peanut butter. What's the verdict? Did you know cupcakes could be this good?
No, this is vanilla.
It's messed up how good it is.
It's ridiculous.
Cupcakes, like you have cupcakes at kids' birthday parties and you're like, that's stupid, I don't want that. And why would anyone pay $8 for one? And then you have a bite and you're like, oh. So I'm gonna eat mine now. I don't know, how much, probably. How much was it? Don't ask Joel, Joel's paying. It was...
They're $40 cupcakes.
We don't know what currency.
Okay.
No, it really is like a science experiment of how could you maximize how much butter you fit into one thing. I think that's what it is.
How's the Sprinkles cupcake?
It's just outrageously creamy and delicious. I mean, it's no cookie. Cookies are better, but this is good. And after a little sugar, we're good to keep going uphill. Back through little side windy Beverly Hills climbs back up to Mulholland. This is like, I'm gonna check so I'm not lying to you, 10%, but it feels like 14. Also, I'm not going for any KOMs in this video. I don't know if you're expecting that, because I have them all. This is my neighborhood. Okay, it'd be redundant. So this is a rest day, except for the 10% part. Fun thing about LA is first you can be up there, and then in 5 minutes you're down here. So we're back. We're now in Toluca Lake. The last celebrity home that we're gonna see today is a deceased one. Well, the home is fine. The celebrity is deceased. It's Bob Hope's house. So it's this mile-long hedge right here. So Bob Hope pretty much like he owned like half the land in the valley here. And that's why they named the airport after him. He rebuilt a couple churches over here. We're going left on this street. And that will conclude our celebrity tour. It is now time for lunch. So we finished with lunch in Toluca Lake at my favorite little snack spot, Sweet Salt. So thank you guys. See you next time. Check out Veloguide for your bike trip that may or may not include celebrity tours. They do other stuff, just bike rides, that kind of thing. Appreciate it.